Today's episode requires a little bit of explanation. As you may or may not be able to tell, I'm not in New York. If you're just finding this channel, I live in New York. Typically, what this channel is me exploring New York City. And so I encourage you to go back and look through all the other episodes. They're all about New York. Today though, I'm in New Orleans. I just happen to have a day to kill here. So I figured let's go find some stuff here. Why not? And as you know, if you've watched my YouTube channel at all, typically I take public transportation. And today will be no different, except in New Orleans, they have a pretty cool form of public transportation. In New Orleans, they still have a very old streetcar system. What it lacks in efficiency, it makes up in coolness. I just missed one, so now I'm gonna stand here for 20 minutes and wait for the next one. But we'll get over to the quarter eventually. To top things off this morning, I haven't had any coffee yet, so I feel a little spaced out. We'll find something. Right over here, this is Audubon Park. It's a nice big park. There's a zoo in there too somewhere. Right across the street from Audubon Park, part of Tulane University. Audubon Park looks nice. Maybe I'll walk back through it when I come back. But right now I don't want to miss this next streetcar because I'll be waiting for a while if I do. All right, got off the streetcar. Now we're here on Canal Street. Let's head over toward the river. This is the U.S. Customs House, a historic building. It's very large. It's supposed to rain today, which is not ideal, but we'll see what happens. House of Blues, New Orleans. There's a visitor center here. I'm gonna go in and see what it looks like. All right, not much there, but nice little park. What I love about New Orleans is all the history. Almost every street you come down in the quarter area is just beautiful and old. I just passed one of those guys in a monk outfit that walks around and scams people with bracelets. He was sitting enjoying a cigarette and an energy drink before he got to work. So that's nice. But now it's back to work. This is Jackson Square. The St. Louis Cathedral in the background there. Jackson Square, named after Andrew Jackson, an important figure in New Orleans because of the Battle of New Orleans in the War of 1812. He famously defended the city from the British forces and was victorious in an otherwise not so great war. There are always a lot of people visiting New Orleans, but this weekend particularly, there are a couple big college football games right in this area. LSU, Tulane homecoming. Anyway, so there are a lot more people here this weekend than your average weekend. That's not why I'm here, by the way. We'll just call it a business trip. The rest of the quarter's back that way, but we're gonna go this way over to the river, and then we'll head back that way. Cafe du Monde, famous coffee and beignets, and a famous line too. And remember, Halloween's over, so that means it's Christmas time. This is part of the old Jackson Brewery. Mississippi River. Look at this massive door. This is all part of the levee that's meant to keep the Mississippi out of the French Quarter. This is Joan of Arc. Hey look, bathrooms. This is the French market. Food vendors on this side and stuff vendors on that side. Across the street from the end of the French Market, you have the New Orleans Jazz Museum, which is in the building that used to be the old U.S. Mint. Here's the front of the old Mint, which is now the Jazz Museum. This is an incredibly scattershot tour of New Orleans, but it's like the overview, I guess, just walking around. New Orleans and the Quarter in particular have so much character. It's just beautiful. What's so neat about this part of town is all these houses seem so dense. When you get up to some of them, you can see there are these private oasis gardens in them. It's really neat. And now we're on the famous Bourbon Street. Although we're up past where the bars are, this is where there are still houses. I was gonna say it's too early to hit the bars, but we're in New Orleans, so it's not actually ever too early to hit the bars. But still, it's too early for me to hit the bars. This is Jean Lafitte's. It's a bar now. It used to be a blacksmith shop, I believe, and it's one of the oldest buildings in New Orleans. This is St. Anne. Louis Armstrong Park is down at the end of that street. Kind of glad I didn't have coffee this morning. Representatives from Monster Energy Drink were just handing out free Monster Energy drinks, so I'm enjoying one of those instead. If you haven't ever been to Bourbon Street at night, it's crazy. They close it to traffic and the street's just filled with people. That's Bourbon Street. I'm back out on Canal Street. Check that out. I love that old Walgreens. Beautiful old neon signs. Right behind the Walgreens is the Roosevelt Hotel. I think this is the back entrance, but still beautiful. They do a very elaborate Christmas tree display during the wintertime. Lots of trees, lots of lights. It's nice. Lots of people taking pictures too. All right, I'm heading back to St. Charles, try to find the streetcar to head back over to where I was staying. Back over at St. Charles at the streetcar stop, and that energy drink was like chugging 3 coffees. I'm feeling on.
This is me getting off the streetcar and going into Audubon Park and forgetting to turn my microphone on. But let's have a look at Audubon Park.
This is a beautiful park. There's a golf course over there, a zoo somewhere off in the distance. A nice ending to a very different trip. So like I said at the beginning, if this is the first one of these that you're seeing, this is very different than a normal episode. Normally I'm in New York. If you like New York City and you want to come with me to explore New York City, check out all the rest of the episodes on the channel up to the east side. Then be sure to subscribe and tell all your friends about it. This little exploration has just kind of scratched the surface of New Orleans. It is a beautiful city, lots of history. Come check it out if you can. Thanks for coming with me on this different journey. I'll see you next time. Back in New York.